Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind a lot lately. And so as someone who has gained weight, lost that weight in an unhealthy way, gained back even more weight, tried to lose that weight in an unhealthy way, managed to lose the weight in a healthy way, and then sustain that weight loss for about 9 months, I asked the question, why do we make losing weight so difficult? And so this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, so I do want to orient us and organize us a little bit. So I'm going to have four main talking points. I'm going to talk about the statistics. I'm going to talk about the problems that I think contribute to making weight loss so difficult. I'm then going to talk about the current method and our current approach to weight loss. And then lastly, we'll be talking about the solution and actual tangible steps that you can take to make your weight loss journey not only a lot more simple, but way more sustainable. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's talk about the stats. So on the global scale, nearly half of us are currently trying to lose weight. That means that out of everyone that you interact with, from your family, your friends, your coworkers, your classmates, half of them are in the process of trying to lose weight. Not to mention, of those of us who are successful in our weight loss journey, only 20% of us will be able to sustain that weight loss. That means that the other 80% is going to gain that weight back, if not more. Like, those are genuinely terrible odds. Like, actually terrible odds. So I feel like that speaks to there being certain obstacles that are in the way that makes weight loss basically impossible. So let's talk about a few of the problems that contribute to this issue. So problem number one. This is a business and we're all consumers. So the global weight loss and weight management diet market was estimated at about $175 billion. I'll repeat that just in case you didn't hear me correctly. The global weight loss and weight management diet market was estimated at over $175 billion with a B dollars. Why would they be concerned if your weight loss journey was successful or not? In fact, I would argue that they would prefer your weight loss journey be unsuccessful so that you will continuously put your dollar into their market and continuously chase the weight loss that they're trying to sell you. So what do? Hey, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Hey, excuse me. You see me? You see me? Okay. I know. Our relationship is a little rocky after I sold you that flat tummy tea. And yes, the waist trainers were a little controversial. But the reason those things didn't work is because we didn't know then what we know now. And what we know now is, in order for you to lose that weight, you need to cut out an entire food group. Better yet, you need to cut out the food group that is most people's favorite.
I love bread. I don't deny myself bread. I have bread every day. I love bread. I have eaten bread every single day. I have bread every day.
Yeah, no more carbs. Instead, have this keto cake. Go on, take it. It's yours. And you're like, what exactly is the nutritional value in this? Can you stop asking valid questions and just take the cake, please? Thanks. Okay, I'm so sorry if that was the most dramatic clip ever, but that's my interpretation of the diet industry constantly trying to push the next product or fad diet in our faces. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of these companies know that their product is going to do absolutely nothing for you losing weight, and they're perfectly fine with stealing your money anyways. And it's honestly quite sick. So let's talk about problem number 2 before I become upset. So the second main problem is that the knowledge that we gain surrounding diet and nutrition and exercise from school is disappointing to say the least. I can honestly summarize everything I learned about those things in 2 main points. One being, go outside, play, and move your body. And while I think this is excellent advice for children, I find that it wasn't a strong enough habit for me in order to translate into my adulthood as well. It was just kind of like, playing was just something I did for fun. And so when it was something that, you know, we didn't do for fun anymore, we just kind of stopped doing it altogether. So I guess it's just hard. It was hard for me to see how that would translate into adulthood. And so I just got very sedentary whenever I got to college. And, you know, I learned how to start exercising and stuff like that, but it wasn't something that was automatic because I was an active kid. And the second main point is the food pyramid. I honestly don't believe there's a better term to describe the food pyramid other than bad built. Because who put you together and why? Like, I genuinely need to know. And honestly, I don't think bad built is a term to describe anyone's body. But that pyramid is different. I'm just very confused because we talked about the statistics. We're aware that half of us are going to struggle with weight loss. Into our adult lives, we're going to struggle with weight loss. Half of us. Globally, across the world, half of us are going to struggle with weight loss. Yet we thought it would be a good idea to make the foundation of our pyramid the food group that is most easily stored as excess energy, aka fat? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, if the majority of us have like office desk jobs and it's just very sedentary, why are we eating like marathon runners when we're not going to burn off all of that extra energy? It's just going to get stored as excess fat. Why is that the the main thing that we're fueling our bodies with? Why instead wouldn't we fuel our bodies with the things that are going to satisfy us, the things that are going to keep us full, the things that have a lot of fiber in them that's going to help with digestion? And the things that would do that are meat, fish, eggs, vegetables, fruits. Why are we not filling up on these things and then adding a piece of bread or a piece of toast to give us that extra energy that we need? But instead are we filling up on all of those carbs that...
Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that.
hopefully should get burned off, or else it's going to get stored as energy. I don't know. It's just, it's very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so problem number 3. So the first 2 issues were mainly focused on the external world and the issues surrounding diet culture and things like that. But for problem 3, we're gonna do a little introspection and look within ourselves a little bit. And before I say what the problem is, I wanna ask, whenever you gain weight and you're not the most comfortable at the weight you're currently at, what is the very first thing that you do? And if you could stop the video and drop it in the comments, what is the very first thing that you do when you realize that you've gained weight and you're not comfortable at your current weight? I'll tell you what I do. Okay, yes. I was comfortable with my body at this weight. I need to get back to this weight, then I'll be back in business. Then I'll be good. That's the problem. We look to our former selves and determine that that's the weight that we need to be if we want to be healthy, or if we want our bodies to look a certain way again. And while I don't think it's an inherently bad thing to use yourself as motivation, or to even go back in your pictures and kind of determine where your habits started to change that caused you to gain a few extra pounds or whatever, I don't think there's any problem with that. Where it becomes problematic is when we determine that this weight is the weight that we need to be at. Because a lot of the times, for you to get to the goal that you're trying to get to, the scale would look very different than you might think. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But when you have a number on the scale in mind, especially if it's of your younger self, and don't even get me started, because like, there are so many people who are trying to who try to get back to their high school weight, and that just seems so unfair to our current bodies, because like, can you really compare the weight of a growing teenager to like a young adult now?
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye,
or a middle-aged adult, or however old you are. I just feel like that's kind of unfair to ourselves, and it kind of sets us up for disappointment, because a lot of the times most of us will never get back to our high school weight again. And the thing is, we don't need to look like our best selves. We do not need to get back to our high school weight. We don't even probably need to get back to a previous weight in our 20s or anything like that. Sometimes the scale will go up, and we'll get more into that, but you would be surprised sometimes with what the scale says in correspondence to what your body would look like. So yeah, problem number 3, try to limit the amount that you're comparing your body to your former body, and also especially your former weight. So the 4th and final problem. Creating good habits takes time. Now, I can completely understand why whenever we gain weight, we want to lose it as fast as possible. A lot of the times when we gain weight, it's very slow and we don't even really notice it. And then we just notice it one day and we feel, maybe not the most comfortable in that current state. And we try to get out of it as fast as we can. And the reason why this is an issue is, generally speaking, the slower you lose weight, the more sustainable it is, and the faster you lose weight, the faster you gain it back. And so while I do understand why we want to lose weight so quickly, it is important to keep in mind that if you want to be healthy, if you're losing the weight to be healthy, the most healthy, sustainable way is going to be slow. It's going to be very gradual, to where you're not going to really notice much you're probably not going to notice much on a week-to-week basis, but over the course of months, years, you will easily be keeping that weight off, as opposed to if you just try to lose it in a month or two. So those are the 4 main problems that I believe contribute to making weight loss basically impossible. 1, us being consumers in this very toxic diet culture market. It's no one's real goal to see you healthy or see you shine. Like, they just mainly care about how much money they can make off of you. 2, you know, we never really learned how to fuel our bodies and move our bodies in school that we can apply to our adult lives. 3, we look to our former selves and our former weight as the gold standard of where we need to be healthy. And a lot of the times that's just not true. 4, we try and lose weight as fast as possible. And we see time and time again that typically, generally speaking, the slower you can lose the weight, the more sustainable it will be. So now that we discussed the 4 main problems, let's talk about our current approach to losing weight. What I have here is a little diagram that I drew up. I'm gonna put it on the screen. And we have 2 compartments. We have our lean mass and we have our fat tissue. And when we add these numbers together, we get our total body weight. And our total body weight is the number that we see when we stand on the scale. So let's look at the first compartment, lean mass. So what's going to make up our lean mass? Literally every single compartment in your body that isn't considered fat tissue is considered lean mass. So we're talking about your brain, your spinal cord, your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your skin. Every single thing that isn't fat tissue is considered lean mass. And then, of course, all we have left over is our fat tissue. So we add these 2 numbers together, and then we'll get our total body weight. Again, the number that we see on the scale. So what happens when we gain weight is we gain fat tissue. And when we want to lose weight, we want to lose fat tissue. So that's exactly what we do. We target our fat tissue. And how do we do that? Through diet and exercise. And so we lose weight by trying to lose fat tissue. And at first glance, this method seems like a good method. But when we take a little bit of a closer look, there is a small big problem with this. So what happens is when we just target our fat tissue, we lose weight nonetheless, right? And I drew up some numbers here so that we have like a clear, concise example so you can see a little more clearly with what I'm talking about. So let's say we start out weighing 200 pounds and our goal weight is 150 pounds. So we want to lose 50 pounds. We would then target our fat tissue by diet and exercise, and we're going to start to lose the fat. We're going to start to burn that stored energy that we had. But the problem is, the more weight that we lose, the lighter we become. And the lighter we become, our muscles start to kind of look around and they're like, I don't have to carry around as much weight anymore. Like, you just lost 20 pounds, so that's 20 less pounds that I have to carry around. So I don't have to be as big and strong anymore. So what happens is you indirectly lose some muscle as well as fat. And some of you might be thinking, well, I don't really care if I lose some muscle as long as I'm losing mainly fat and getting down to my goal weight. That's my main priority. Okay, well, let's take a closer look at why that would be an issue. So, the more lean mass that you have, the higher your metabolism will be. And the higher your metabolism will be, the more calories you burn doing literally everything in life. Whether you're driving your car, whether you're taking a nap, whether you're studying, whether you're working out, whether you're strength training, whether you're running a marathon, no matter what you're doing, you would have burned way more calories if you had more lean mass than if you had less lean mass. So what you'll find is that in the beginning, when you're trying to lose weight, it'll be pretty easy. Like, you'll probably lose a few pounds without any problem. But as you continue to lose weight, you will continue to lose muscle. And as you continue to lose muscle, you start to slow down your metabolism. And you start to burn less and less and less and less calories doing literally everything. And you'll find that as you start to approach your goal weight, it will become so difficult to keep losing weight because your metabolism is just so slow at this point. And so not only will you find it difficult to keep seeing progress in your weight loss, you'll find it a little more difficult to keep the weight off because, again, you're not naturally burning a lot of calories. You're starting to burn less and less and less, but that doesn't mean your appetite's gonna get any smaller. You're still gonna be just as hungry. Your metabolism is just slowed down. So let's then talk about the solution, because we've been talking about a lot of negative things for a little while. So let's finally talk about the solution. So instead of targeting our fat tissue, we're going to target our lean mass. And we're going to build up our lean mass as much as we possibly can. And why do we want to do this? Well, remember, I said the more lean mass that we have, the faster your metabolism will become. And the faster your metabolism will become, the more calories you burn doing literally anything. Whether, I don't have to make the list again, but whatever you're doing in life, you'd be burning more calories with more lean mass. So we're going to target building that up as much as we can. And what's going to happen? Because we're burning more calories, doing all of the things that we would be doing anyways, but we're not eating additionally, those calories have to pull from somewhere. That's what our stored fat is for. And so what happens is, as we build that lean mass up, we indirectly are going to have to lose some of that fat tissue because we're going to have to use that energy. And that's how we are going to lose that weight without targeting that weight. So how exactly can we add to our lean mass? And for those of us who are super experienced with our nutrition and working out and stuff like that, it might sound kind of redundant to think of it, or to think of building your lean mass like this, but I do think there's value in thinking about it in a comprehensive way like this. So just bear with me, please. So remember how I told you that our lean mass is made of everything aside from our fat tissue, including our skin, our brain, our heart, our lungs, everything? Well, let's kind of look at a few of these compartments to see where we can add more lean mass. So can we add lean mass to our skin? You can probably go to the best dermatologist in the world and they will say, I cannot help you. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. So no, we cannot add lean mass to our skin. Can we add lean mass to our fluids? Because remember, lean mass is made of our fluids as well. Well, you can drink all the water that you want. You will just have to pee a lot more often. So yeah, and hopefully you don't go beyond that, because you can throw off your body being in equilibrium and you don't want to do that. So don't try to add 20 pounds of lean mass by drinking 20 gallons of water, because it's not going to help you. Can we add to our organs, such as our heart, our lungs, our brain, and stuff like that? No. Can we add to our bones? Yes, actually, by strengthening our muscles. Wait, so we could strengthen our muscles? Yes, actually. And that's what this entire video is about. Literally building up our muscles to add to our lean mass, which is going to speed up our metabolism and is going to help our bodies become more efficient energy burning machines. Like, our bodies are literally so good at burning energy that if we don't eat for a couple days, we just might die, depending on, you know, your body composition and stuff. But like, we need energy every single day. We need food every single day. So I think that speaks to how good our bodies are at burning energy already. So why do we think it's a better idea to have to conjure up the mental strength to say, oh, I'm gonna lose all this fat, I'm gonna lose all this fat? Instead, how about we just build our bodies to do it for us a little more efficiently? Because they're already so good at it, right? So how do we do that exactly? How do we add to our muscle mass? Well, there are 3 things that you're gonna need. You're gonna need the stimulus, and that is going to be lifting heavy weights in the gym every week, progressively overloading, pushing yourself, going a little bit harder than last time. That is the stimulus. Then we're going to need the building blocks. Now this is going to be making sure that you're eating your protein every single day. I go into a little more detail about how much protein you should be eating in the 7 things I wish I knew before starting my fitness journey video. And I'll probably link that somewhere, but overall, you just want to make sure that you're eating your body weight in protein every single day. And the third and final thing that you need to build your muscle mass is to let yourself cook. You need to give yourself enough time and rest in between your workouts. You need to make sure you're getting your 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. And you need to be patient with yourself, because building lean mass and building muscle mass is a very slow process, but it is something that is very sustainable. Like, it is very hard to lose muscle once you've gained it, especially if you have good habits in place every day. So yes, that is what you need to build your muscles, which is going to add to your lean mass, which is going to speed up your metabolism, and is going to help you lose a lot of weight a lot easier. Thank you guys so much for watching and so much for listening to this video. I hope it wasn't just some drawn out version of me explaining the most basic topic. I know it's a very basic topic, but I feel like it's kind of important. Oh my gosh, really? Like, I was literally about to be done in 1 minute. But I know it's a super basic topic, but I feel like sometimes it's hard to do something when you don't understand why. So I just thought this might help kind of explain why building muscle will help you in your weight loss journey, because it's going to speed up your metabolism and stuff like that. So I just kind of wanted to explain a little bit, and I hope you got something valuable from this video. And again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye! I'll see you on the next one.